For this video, I'm going to take you step by step on how to create a label for a wax melt. And it's going to be from beginning to end and super detailed. So if you already know how to do this, it's probably not the video for you. I'm going to be going really step by step through it. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. Today what I'm going to be teaching you is how to label some shot pots. I have these little shot pot wax melts. I've got two sizes, as you can see, and I want to make a label for the front of them here. The first thing that I want to do is measure where I want the label to sit. So I want the label to sit right here on top of the writing. So I need to measure across the diameter of my container. Now this one is 4.5 centimeters, so I have to measure from the inside lip to the inside lip on the other side. So this is 4.5 centimeters or 45 millimeters, and the smaller one is exactly 4 centimeters. Okay, so now that I have that done, you're also going to need now labels to fit on top, right? I've got a sheet of labels here. So these are 4 centimeter labels. This is from Avery. They're their design and print. They're custom labels that you can print out. Okay, so just wanted to line that up. I've got 4 centimeters there. So they are 4 centimeter labels. So they're going to be perfectly fit on this one. And then they will just be minimal outline on this one, which is fine. I'm not going to be too fussed about that. So you're going to need some label paper that will fit on whatever container it is that you want to label. And then you're going to need a list of your scents. And so I'm going to show you how you can just make a whole bunch of wax melts. Like I've got a little box filled with a whole bunch of different scented shot pots, and I'm going to use one label, one thing, and I will show you how you can just change all the names so you can take your list and get them all made up for all your shot pots, print it out, and then put on there, ready to be photographed for your shop. So let's go to the computer now, and I'll show you what software you need. So just get your list of wax melt scents or whatever candle scents that you have made ready, and then I'll see you at the computer. Okay, welcome to the computer now. What you need to do is go to averyproducts.com. I'm going to show you how to use their design and print software. So go over here to design and print and then log in. And if you're not signed up, sign up, and then I'm just going to sign in to my account here. Okay, now what's awesome about the Avery Design and Print is that you can like save projects in here. So as you can see, I have a bunch of labels for my products just saved in here, which is so amazingly helpful when you just want to quickly make something up. Okay, so what we need to do is put our Avery template number in here. So when you buy your label sheet, it's going to have like a number that identifies it. And so this one for is called 40-RMD. And then they will give you put it in. And so now it says your template right here, and it's exactly the perfect size for your label sheet. So you can just choose one of these if you want to, or we can do something different and make your own, which I'm going to show you how to do. So yeah, you can pick one of these, but then you run the risk of being like everybody else, and we want to be original as makers. So we're going to click the blank one. So it's going to load, and then what we're going to do is we're going to upload a graphic for the background here. That's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to find one and then we'll put it on there. Okay, I've opened up my folder now where I've got these beautiful wreaths that a friend of mine, Sandra, hand draws. And I'm going to use one of them as on my label as my backdrop. So I'm just going to drag it in, and I like to use PNG files because then the background is like not there. So if you use JPEGs, then if I was to drag this file into here, it would have like white background with it, and then you have to worry about layers and things. So if your text is behind the wreath, then it won't show up. But if I just use this PNG file, then there's no white in the background of the wreath, which is great. So, okay, it's just giving me a warning file here because I'm going out of the bounds, but I kind of want it to go off the screen a bit, so that's why I'm expanding it to fill the whole frame. So now what I'm going to do, I will put Sandra's link to this wreath and her hand-drawn Etsy shop watercolors in the description if you'd like to check it out. I'm going to just put my logo up here, and then I'm going to put some information here. So we're going to get some text now. So I'm going to add a text box, and I'm going to put my website down here, and I'm going to change the text to Georgia, because I always use Georgia. As a pro tip, if you don't know already, is that if you use the same fonts for all of your, if you try to be consistent with your fonts, then it looks really good as, it just looks really good for you. It's more concise and looks more professional. So I'm going to put my website there. I'm going to add another text box here, and I'm just going to say hand poured soy wax. Spell it properly. Soy wax melts. Hand poured in Western Australia. And you can just say something like, pure soy wax. I'm thinking this as I go to show you my actual process, so it's not just made up, it's not just a beautiful fabricated video where it doesn't really make any sense. I'm showing you my actual process here, so I like that better. Just going to put that on the next line. I think I will make these capitals. That looks better to me. Okay. Yep, I like that. That can stay like that. Let me just see that. If I can get it to fit a little bit down more, that looks good. Maybe Western Australia should be on the same line. Yeah, I like that. Just up a bit so that the greens doesn't mix up the blacks. Good. Got our website there. Okay, so now this spot right here is going to be our text for our scents. And I'm going to add a text box. Now this text box is going to be the only thing that you change for all of these labels over on this side. Now, can you see here we're at the edit all? So we are editing every single label at the same time right now. And this one, this text here, when we add it, when we go to the edit one, we can change each individual labels by toggling through them. And then you can make all your different scents really simply. But I'm going back to edit all because I'm going to change this part right here to larger. Like, oh, that's too big. Probably like an 11. Yep, and just put it back in the center. Did you see when I did that and it did like the one line and then that other line came up? That's when you know you're in the center. So you want your scent to be in the center there, and then I'm just going to select this and I'm just going to change this one part right here where the text is. So you can choose a complementary text. So if you don't know what that is, like what a complementary text to whatever text you've got here, what you can do is we'll just go to Google and we'll just say complementary fonts to Georgia. So if you're not using Georgia, put whatever the name of your font is that you're using. Oh, and I spelled it wrong. Whatever. Let's go down past all the sponsored ads to the actual information. Okay, so TypeWolf has something. It says, here we go. Georgia, it tells you some information, but we're interested in similar fonts, which is very good information if you're making a website and doesn't have Georgia. Here's some similar fonts. And here's some font pairing suggested. So it says with Franklin Gothic, which is very interesting. Here it shows you some Ethna Arial in Georgia. So it tells you, can you see the different fonts that it says? Here's another one. It says, anyways, you can read them, but these are information. So I like this one, that looks good there. When you have picked out whatever complementary font you would like to use, you just, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the edit one, and this is where you need your list of scents. Okay, so you got your size you like, the font you like. Make sure you've got all this before you go to edit one. The line spacing's all happy and things like that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to start typing in our name of our scents. Now, the first one I've got is Black Cherry, and I think it's too small. I don't want an underline. That doesn't seem big enough. So let's try a 14. That looks better to me. Now I'm going to use this arrow here to go to the next one, and I'm just pasting in that. And you see here that this is at 11 again, so I need to actually go back here, select this, and put this at 14 to change all of them to 14. Now the next one's Ambered Sandalwood. And then you just go through all of your scents, and you just type in the names and just going to the next one using this arrow every time. Fern Leaf Peony, you get my point. And if you don't like that it's into the green there, you just go like that. And that's basically how you do it. So I'm going to go through my whole sheet now and put all my names in. Then when I'm done, I'll show you how to print it. I have my full sheet here completed. Just move me. Can you see all of them are done now? So what I'm going to do is hit the preview and print button, and I'm going to go print now, save project, always save it. You never know if you're going to want to use it again. I'm just going to call it Shop Pot Wax Melts. Save. And then it's just going to make a open PDF here for you. Okay, now this is what it's going to look like. So now make sure that you like it and everything is good. Everything looks good to me. And now we got to print it. So I've got a laser printer with a multi-purpose tray, which is a tray that sits at the front of the computer that I can open up and put my label sheet into and print it that way. And I highly recommend getting a good printer that you can print yourself, that you can get a multi-purpose tray like this and open it up and feed the labels in that way. I'm just going to hit print here, and this is how I do it. So you got to select your printer, and then you go to more settings. Move me out of the way. I need the, put you over there, print system dialog, and then go to more settings here. And this is because I have an Oki printer, so make sure that you have the size of paper selected. I want my multi-purpose tray. I want glossy weight of labels. The finishing mode is standard. Don't want two-sided printer. I want color. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now, when I hit print here, it's going to go to my other printer. So I will, you can see it right there. And the multi-purpose tray is open. So basically I just take my label sheet, put it into there, line it up, and then hit print, and then it just prints it out for me. I just wanted to show you this one last thing when you're printing. And let's say that you've got your labels, but you don't have a full sheet ready to print. Like on this one, I've only got 17 that I need to print out. So you just click on Show Print Options, and instead of Print All, you select from here, and then you can change it to whatever number you need, and then you can hit print from there. And I'm not saving it just because I saved it previously. And you just open your PDF, and then there it shows only that's going to print an incomplete sheet. So there's a awesome little trick for you. This is my printer. I have an Oki, Oki, and it's a MC363. So this is the multi-purpose tray on it. You just slide it open, push this button here, and it goes up, and you simply just put your label sheet into the printer like this, and make sure these little tray things align the paper and that the paper can catch on the rollers here. And that's how you align up your label paper with this, and I rarely get a misalignment. I love my laser printer and I highly recommend it. Once you've got all of your labels printed out, you know, like this, you can get them put onto your wax melts. And here is my box of wax melts that I have to label, so this should be fun. The hardest part for me is just going to be finding the labels that match all these pots. Now you just have to peel off your label, center it onto your shot pot, push it down around the rims, and there you go. That's what they look like. This is the smaller size shot pot, so I'm just lining that up in the middle like that. There we go. Look really cute. Not really anything hanging around the edge of it. Looks good. And now all I have to do is all the rest of them. This is the first time I've done a video like this where I've taken you through a tour of how to make Avery labels, and I'd really love some feedback on how you like this video, what you would do different, questions you have. Leave them all in the comments below. Please give me a thumbs up if you want me to make more of this type of video, or let me know below. I'd really like to help you out if something was unclear or anything like that. You know, you got to start somewhere experimenting with these types of videos. So as you know probably from my other videos, if you watch them from me, I'm very responsive to comments, so leave any questions down below. I'll be sure to get back to you and help you out on your journey. Good luck. Don't be afraid to try it and make the mistakes. That's how we learn. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.